What's up, everybody? It's me, Feather. Welcome to Feathered Libra Tarot, where it's Libra here all the time. It doesn't matter where it's at in your chart. Let's do a reading. What needs to be said? Let's see what comes out. May resonate, may not resonate, and that's okay. Check out my other channels here on YouTube. If you would like a private reading, tip, review, all those links are in the description. Let's do this thing. I hope you're all doing well. If you're here during the live, thumbs up, click the live chat button, interact with me wherever it pops up on your device. Let's do this. Let's do this. I love doing this. I do. I really do. I love doing readings. I'm so glad I'm feeling better and I'm back. Yes. Yes. All right. Everything's good on my end. Let's jump into the reading. New beginning or a renewal. A little bit of conflict or a little bit of contrast is what's in the energy. It's what I'm feeling. So see, thanks, Fred. I'll see what is going on, what needs to be said. Hey, everybody in the shadows, my replay rock stars, y'all are awesome. Your comments are so beautiful. Thank you. Such an amazing tribe. Check out my main channel at Get Feathered. I just did a Libra deep dive over there a couple days ago, so go check that out. It keeps flying out. Let's see if I can get it a little tuned in. Y'all want to talk to me. So, what's the challenge? What's the challenge? Oh, God. Okay. My Libras aren't... Somebody's not happy. You could have went through a very rough ending, and you're recovering from that ending now. You may have gone through a divorce, a total severing of ties, and it would have been very not great. It would have been very painful. So you're in the process of recovering from that. That's the challenge. You may have gone through this ending. I'm going to leave it sideways. You may have gone through this ending. Could have been an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This could be just you and your energy saying, screw this, man. I've gone through a lot, Feather, and it's pouring down rain. If you can hear that, pouring down rain. Oh, boy. So, you're not feeling very giving. You're not feeling very generous. Okay, yep, you're totally unhappy right now. So, I'm talking to some Libras that are on the other side of rejection, trying to release some feelings of rejection. Maybe somebody chose you or chose someone else over you. I don't know exactly what's going on. We're going to get a little deep dive on this, but your energy is that you are not happy. Maybe feeling a little depressed, a little dissatisfied. If this reading is for you, you're going to resonate right there. So, wish didn't come true. Wish wasn't granted. Something didn't work out. And you're mad about it too. Okay. You may have been trying to resolve a situation. Oh, okay. Y'all gonna give me some business here today. Y'all gonna make me work. So you could have went through a divorce, a total separation of someone you felt was your perfect match. There was a third element to it. Could have been a third party situation. It more than likely was. And you were trying to resolve it, trying to balance it. So right now in the energy, you tried to reconcile this connection. Tried to resolve it, but I don't feel like it came back together or the emotions were the same. But we're going to deep dive on it from here. And what makes you mad is that you tried to reconcile it and it either you couldn't get this person to come back to reconcile, the emotions didn't feel the same. Let's go a little deeper on this because you're not seeing things clearly. You're trying to recover after this but it's not always easy. And yes, it's frustrating. It's upsetting. And it's okay to be upset and frustrated and pissed off and angry when you're wanting a reconciliation and the other person doesn't. Or if you're trying to balance cups with somebody and you find out that they don't feel the same or that there's a third person involved. Fred wants to give you a message of advice. I've never, I don't know. Have I ever done this in a reading? I don't know. But for whomever needs this, what needs to be said, this is not going to be an easy reading, probably. Choose love. If you're struggling with an obstacle or conflict, choose a path of love. Suffering, doubt, and frustration all transform in the presence of love. So show your love courageously, show your love openly, show your love with no strings attached. It's safe to give and receive love. In fact, if you have a hard time with self-love, start outside of yourself and work your way in. Showing love to others can be a gateway for loving yourself, and it's about self-love. You know, be patient with yourself, be loving to yourself while you're going through this. And it may not be, it may suck and it may feel heavy and you may be mad and frustrated, but you know, try and choose a path of love. You know, love yourself, love the situation as best you can. Try to lovingly get through it for yourself, because right now this is lack of self-love, lack of happiness, lack of wish fulfillment, and I get it. I get it. But that is perfect for this reading. Perfect. So let's go a little deeper, shall we? Hey, everybody in shadows, what's up? It's not always easy. It's actually a challenge. What's up, Blue? How you doing, baby? It's actually a challenge for you. Self-love. But being happy and you may just be in a phase of healing right now and still angry at the situation or the person, and that's okay. Try to love the person. Fred is saying try and love the person and love the connection, but focus on the dissatisfaction on the situation, not so much the person. That may assist you a little bit here. Okay. Oh yeah. Conflict and pain. I love you, whoever you are. I'm sending you love, because you are trapped in your head about this. You're not seeing a pathway forward to get out of this energy or to get out of this situation. So 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups, 10 of Wands reverse is you are done with the struggle. So you're done with the struggle, but the struggle is you may be done with the conflict and the fighting and the tension. There's a lot of tension here. Emotional tension, physical, personal tension. So there may be tension between the two of you. There may be other people involved. It's a tense situation and it involves pain in the heart space. Mourning, grief, resentment, regret, pain, heaviness in the heart space. And you're tired of it. You're done with the struggle. But even though this relationship may be over or almost over, you're seeing that there's a lot of tension. You feel tense, stressed out. You may be trying to recover a situation, wondering if you should reconcile, or you're trying to heal and recover after a relationship ended pretty in a bad way. So this would have been a situation where there was a lot of fighting. Could have been fighting, like physical fighting, verbal altercations, A lot of tense moments, a lot of sadness, a lot of heartache here. So and I understand why love, or choosing a path of love, choosing to love this person, or even yourself right now, it's a challenge. It's a struggle, because there's so much heaviness here in the heart space. There's so much tension surrounding even the thoughts of this person, even the thoughts of this connection. Okay. Somebody needed to hear this today, though. Somebody needed a little pep talk or something. Okay. So you haven't moved on. No, because you're still in pain. Ten of Swords. You're trying to recover. You're still in pain. You're trying to manifest something new. You want a new beginning, whether that's with this person or with someone else. It's going to be different for each of you, but you haven't been able to move on to a new beginning because you're still carrying all this mental pain, this stress, this anxiety, this betrayal, whatever it was, with you. That's got you stuck. Because some of you, this may be over, but you're trying to balance and heal and recover after this ending, but you're not quite able to enjoy life yet. Like, enjoy the fun stuff in life. You're just really not feeling very jovial and happy. Maybe you're not going out with friends and family. You're just not wanting to socialize and engage with anybody, even dating. Nothing. It looks pretty dismal. That's okay. It's what happens after a major breakup, a major ending, a major breakup. It's okay. How you progress through it is not how someone else would progress through it, okay? So don't beat yourself up about it. Don't be angry at yourself about it. You are trying to heal and trying to recover, trying to begin a new cycle. So I'm talking to some Libras that went through something pretty nasty, pretty heavy, and pretty long and drawn out, I think. A lot of heaviness, a lot of fighting, a lot of tension, a lot of stress, a lot of overwhelmment, a lot of disagreements. Maybe even betrayal, lies. So you're not ready to manifest a new beginning yet. You're still doing your deeper healing here. You are showing me recovery, but not quite there. You are beginning to feel better and seeing things correctly from a bigger, viewpoint, from a higher perspective. You are trying. The sun is starting to come out, so you're starting to feel lighter. You're starting to gain clarity on the situation, or why you did it, why it happened, what was going on. And it takes time, right? Sometimes it takes time to heal. And some people can heal quickly, and some people it takes months or years. How long ago this happened, I don't know. But it takes time to heal. Okay? And you may be frustrated with the fact that you're just not healing. I get that a lot. I get that a lot. I hear it a lot. I feel it a lot in the energy. The tension can be the fact that you're tired of feeling depressed and sad and unhappy. You're tired of thinking about the situation, still crying over the situation, mourning a person that, whatever. Okay, we're human. Everybody processes their emotions differently. The thoughts you keep having, maybe you're tired of having them, and maybe you're pissed off at yourself or someone else because you're having to go through this, that you even had to deal with this feeling at all. These are not great feelings. Not. But you are starting to feel lighter, seeing things from a higher perspective, gaining clarity on the situation, and you are balancing and doing your emotional healing. You're wrapping your head around the situation and what happened, okay? But you're not ready. You're not ready for long-term commitment. You're not ready to invest in a long-term commitment just yet. The Sun, the Star reversed, and the King of Pentacles reversed, okay? You're not ready to establish a long-term commitment just yet. That's the Three of Cups reverse. You're not ready to socialize. You're not ready to invest in bonding or blending cups with someone because you're still healing from a very painful ending. Man, it's raining. It can't rain all the time, y'all. That's from the Crow. Yes, I love the Crow. This is a heavy reading, and that's okay. So you're stuck. You're still stuck, and you're not able to see a way out of this. Okay, you're stuck in the Moon. So we're dealing with the Moon here. Four of Wands in reverse. The Six of Wands, like relationships, marriage. Oh, the Hierophant. So this could have been a divorce. There could have been a separation. You could have been dealing with somebody that you were halfway to marriage with, that you wanted to spend your life with. There was, man, I love y'all. So you may be feeling like marriage and relationships and living together and all of the things that are associated with relationships are a failure. I'm a failure. Life is unstable. Nothing is working out. Oh boy. That you're just nothing. You see nothing moving forward as being successful. It will always be unstable. Broken homes, broken houses, broken relationships, broken hearts. So you are stuck in an emotional wounding right now because of all the thoughts that you keep having, all the things you keep thinking about the situation. We're going to address this Moon energy here. You could be dealing with anybody, everybody. They're out here. Strong Sag, Cancer, Pisces, Virgo, Aquarius, Leo, everybody else is out here. But those are strongest for right now. Choosing, the advice here up front, choosing a path of love right now with how you're feeling. You may be feeling totally disconnected from your emotions right now because you're so deep in your emotions. You may be feeling totally cut off from society, from relationships. You're trying to put it all back together, put yourself back together, trying to put the pieces together, make it all fit, and try and understand the situation. That's what you're trying to do. So that's why you're stuck. There was a lot of emotional wounding. You're carrying a lot of emotional wounding here. I told you this would have been a very painful relationship. And this may be why you're so pissed off and angry at the person or yourself for not getting over this. Just get over it already. Just stop it already. Just, you can't always just snap your fingers and everything is okay. Sometimes we need therapy. Sometimes we just need time. Sometimes we just need time to reestablish a center of calm and peace. So choosing love, that's self-love. Okay, first of all, understanding you went through something pretty tragic here. And yeah, it may have sucked and it was painful, but you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. It may not feel great, but you're okay. And things can get better. Understanding that you're trying to resolve this within your own emotional state. Your mind is taking over control here, and you're trying to figure it all out. But you just need to bring peace to the situation, forgiveness of yourself, maybe forgiveness of the other person, even if you're not talking to them. Trying to resolve that may be one of your first steps to feeling better. Okay? Forgiveness is a big deal. And if you truly mean it, it's a great deal. And it's very healing. And that may be the only thing that's keeping you from moving forward. Have you forgiven yourself, and have you forgiven this person for everything that happened? Because right now you're not using your elements of healing. You're just stuck, and you're stagnant, and you're in your emotions. And I don't think you even want to address your emotions. That's why the moon is out here. So you're stuck in the emotional wounding of it, and that's okay. So it may be fresh. It may have just been so traumatic or long and drawn out that it's taken a long time for you to recover and heal. I mean, you could have been this person for 15 years, 9 years, whatever. Forever, 20, 25 years. Whatever. Or the betrayal was so... You understand what I'm saying to you. It brought you down to a very low vibrational, low grade emotional feeling. And you are in a funk about it. And you're also very, very angry and very, very pissed off about it. Like, King of Swords reverse, King of Wands reverse, I wouldn't want to tango with you. I would be like, I'm going to sit this dance out, yo, okay? Or I would be like, you want to go catch a movie? Never mind. Never mind. I could see your face and know that a movie, oof, depending on what movie was about, you probably would have a very bad reaction. Having a conversation with you over coffee, I might need therapy. You might be very venomous, and I ain't saying it ain't warranted, okay? You feel how you feel, and that's okay. You react and respond based on how you feel. Go ahead. But right now, you're not even wanting to see into the future. You're stuck in the right now, in the here and now of this feeling, of what happened. Do you see a future? Can you feel a future? Can you see what's coming? Can you see ahead? I don't know. Because the deeper elements of healing, you're trying. So you may just be just now trying to wrap your head around what happened. This may be very fresh for some of you. But the Star in reverse and the Hermit in reverse, you're showing me that you're having some difficulties getting over this. So for those of you that need to hear this, if you are feeling depressed, if you are feeling sad, and you've been mourning and grieving, you can't seem to just feel better, you may want to reach out to a counselor or a therapist, a licensed mental health professional, okay? Because you may need assistance to get you to feeling better. They may help you work through and resolve some of these questions that you have, some of these emotions that you're going through and you may not understand how to get through. And you may even need medication sometimes. People do. I did at one point to help stabilize my emotions so that I could see clearly and I could just function every day. Okay, so you may have needed that information. All right, let's talk about this moon energy. Okay? This is, let's just leave this right here. Let's bring out Mustang Sally. Sorry, this is not a happy, fluffy bunny reading, but they all can't be happy, fluffy bunny readings. And, sorry, y'all. They all can't be happy, fluffy bunny readings, and that's okay. Most people come to me when they have problems anyway, right? Hey, everybody in shadows. Is anybody resonating with this? If you're resonating with this, just give me a thumbs up. You don't gotta leave a comment. You don't gotta say anything in chat. But I would appreciate a thumbs up if you're resonating. That's the best thing you can do for me. It helps other people that may need messages like this find them, okay? YouTube will send them out. Let's talk about what's under your moon, because you're having a hard time releasing this energy, okay? You are healing. You are healing under your moon. Some of you may be going through therapy. You're trying to regain balance here. You're still stuck. Okay. So you are taking time to reflect. You are trying to recover and heal. But I got to dig deeper on these healing elements. I have to, because this is what it's all about here. This is what it's all about. Some of you may need therapy, may need counseling. You may just need to talk to your priest, your rabbi, your pastor, if that's what you're into. Some of you just need to talk to a licensed medical professional, mental health professional. But taking time to heal and balance is what you're doing in your quiet time, in your shadow, in your depths. You are trying to regain balance. Your emotions, you're trying to figure out how you fucking feel about this. Let's be real. Let's be real. If you are resonating with this, you're trying to figure out how you feel. Oh. So you're still there working on trying to resolve this internally. You're trying to resolve. All of this is internal. This is about you. It's not about anybody else, although there was someone else involved in this. Some of you feel like it's one step forward, two steps back kind of deal. Like you get ahead, you're feeling good, and then you tank, you plummet back, or you go backwards. Thanks, Fred. That is true for some of you. And that's okay. That's part of a healing process, especially if you're grieving and you're mourning a connection. But I have a feeling that you're angry. Most of you are just angry at the fact that you haven't let it go yet, or you can't, like, why am I not feeling better? Why am I not moving forward? Why am I not feeling happy and joyful and celebrating life and, dating and enjoying dating and enjoying, I get it, because you're still stuck here in this funk, in this negative emotional energy. It's a natural process, but you feel stuck. Too many. Help me clarify the star reverse. Some of you may have truly felt like, and we're going to go deep on this for a sec. And a pain like this or a situation like this is maybe you felt like you were dealing with a soulmate or a twin flame. You felt like this was your person. You felt like this was your happily ever after. Your star, your dreams coming true. And that didn't happen. Having to recognize or realize when something we really, really wanted and desired somebody we thought we wanted to live the rest of our lives with, etc., is married or in another connection, or they cheat on us, or they don't choose to love us back. Having to choose a different direction sucks. And it takes time to heal. When your heart is truly in it, when you're really ramped up and emotionally engaged in it, and that's what you truly want, desire, and then you have to realize, or then it comes to pass that that's not the way it's going. You're betrayed. You go through all these turbulent arguments and disagreements, and then there's the separation, total severing of ties. It's not fun. It's not easy to come to terms with those kinds of feelings. You're trying to. Okay? You're trying to. You want to. You do want to. But it's all what you're doing inside. You are trying to figure it out. You're just trying to stay afloat here emotionally. Like, what am I doing? You know, I just want to I just got to keep myself afloat. I got to keep staying balanced here. Why can't I just move on? Why can't I just get over this? Makes you mad. Talk about the star reverse. That's what I want to talk about. Yeah. Because you were wounded very, very badly. Some of you went through a divorce. Some of you were dealing with somebody who was married and you found out. And some of you were treated very, very unfairly. You were served up a lot of injustices. You were treated very, very unfairly. And this is what dimmed your sunlight. This is what brought you down and caused you to guard yourself, protect yourself. And it would have happened multiple times in this situation. Multiple times. So I'm talking to Libras that went through I feel like it's already over. If it's not, you're on the verge of it now. I feel like most of you, this is already done, but you're trying to recover after the fact, trying to wrap your head around it. There would have been multiple injustices served up to you in this connection. I ain't saying you're perfect. What I'm saying is in what has not been healed is your happiness. You're still guarding yourself because there was so much unfairness happen in this connection. That 10 swords tells me already that that's true. The 5 of wands and the 5 of cups, I get it. I'm seeing it. So your confidence may have been completely just knocked out of you. You may not be feeling very passionate. You may not be feeling like dating or moving on. You're just trying to figure out what happened or why it happened or why somebody would treat you the way that they did. That's what I'm getting here. Well, this is a general reading. Could be vice versa. I don't know. But this is what's needing to be healed. You dealt with a lot in this situation. A lot. And so you need to, first of all, when you're in a relationship and you have to protect yourself from the person that you love, there's a lot of drama and fighting and tension and pain. That's unhealthy. That's not at all balanced, and it's not at all fair. Very unfair fighting. Arguments. No, we don't even have to talk about that, but you're still guarding, you're still wounded, you still feel like you were treated unfairly, and that's what's causing the unhappiness. I mean, and some of you may not even be wanting to look at it, how unfairly you were treated. Okay. Some of you may have stayed because of children. Damn. This is very specific for somebody. Some of you may have stayed for children. You may have had to protect your children. Some of you knew that you were dealing with somebody that that was so immature they couldn't hold their own, like they couldn't take care of their own finances. They couldn't. Just a lot of everybody's going to be different, but that's, you may have tried to protect the kids. You may have tried to protect this person, and you just stayed in it for quite a long time for some of you. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's very mature energy. You want to protect those that you care about, or those that can't take care of themselves, right? Some of you were lots of fighting, lots of tension, lots of stress, lots of tension. Some of you stayed because of the kids. Some of you stayed because you knew this person couldn't, take care of themselves. Some of you were dealing with a person who was very self-centered, all about themselves, egotistical, very defensive. So no matter how hard you try, matter how much you give, it's not enough, or it's never good enough, or it's not okay, or just a lot of stuff is coming out in this. So these are things that are showing up as needing to be healed, because you need to address them. You need to see them clearly, and that's what you're trying to do. Wrap your head around it. So we're going to wrap this up here in just a minute with some advice. So you could have been dealing with somebody who was very overbearing. There was no growth in this long term. There was a total severing. And some of you, the thing that, you may have dealt with somebody who is extremely overbearing, extremely stubborn, all about them, my way or the highway, pitching a fit when they don't get their way, kind of deal, almost like a spoiled child. But there was neglect here, as far as some of you, it was financial issues. Like, finances were a big issue, a big fight. Caused a lot of fights and disagreements, finances. Some of you, this person may not have wanted to have children, or may not have wanted long-term, they didn't have long-term family goals, whatever. But there was a total severing of ties here. There was ghosting, possibly, multiple times, possibly, and neglect in the connection. They neglected the connection. There was no growth. There was neglect in the connection, ghosting, severing of ties. And what you have to overcome or wrap your head around here, this is a very serious reading for some of you. I hope this doesn't resonate with many of you. Hey there, Katea. I hope I said that right. Is that this was not worth your investment. This was not worth your time, energy, or investment. This was a waste of time. Some of you may be feeling like this was a waste of time. Like this was all just a waste of my time, or I can't believe I invested so much in this person, or so much time. Why did I waste so much time with this person? Why did I give this person so much? Why did I invest so much in this person? Some of you may feel like this person never really invested in you or in the connection. Some of you, there could have been financial disagreements where one of you put all the money in, the other one was always taking it out, that kind of deal. Oh, let's sit up straight and tall. Let's get some advice, because this was harsh today. So forgiveness, I have a feeling that forgiveness is absolutely needed. And I feel like that's for yourself. I feel like forgiveness is for yourself. Like, okay, if you're pissed off, if you're stressed out, if you're overwhelmed, if you're under the weather, if you're depressed, fucking forgive yourself and love yourself. You tried. The Libras I'm talking to, you tried. What didn't you do? And you may have had to sever ties with this person. You may have had to go completely cold and detached from this person. And you may not have wanted to do that. But you may have realized that this wasn't going anywhere. That's not an easy choice to make. But it's the best choice. It's the loving choice. Sometimes we have to make the choice to separate because the other person isn't stepping up, or there's just so much conflict and turbulence in a connection. You're just like, there's so much drama. I can't continue living in this. That's actually the best choice for you both. And it may suck having to make those kinds of decisions. But the best, most mature things that you can do for yourself are knowing that you're mature enough to make those decisions. To say enough is enough. I cannot live in this anymore. I cannot be in a relationship with someone like this anymore. I can't continue to go on like this. Even if I played a major part in it, I don't want to do it anymore. That's a bold ass move. It's a strong move. And it's one of self-love. So forgive yourself for doing whatever you had to do to get out from under a connection like this. That's first and foremost. Don't beat yourself up about it. Forgiving and learning. What did I tell you? That Two of Cups right there, that beautiful angel is mixology, doing the mixology thing, the cocktail, mixing, alchemizing. It's patience. It's loving kindness. And it's forgiveness for you, for the person, and for the situation. Because that's what it's about. But the universe has already said twice, it's safe for you to love. Why are you so stuck? I think forgiveness is the final thing you have to do that helps you turn all of these major elements of healing around. And how long it takes you to forgive yourself or someone else is all up to you. And there's the healing family issues. Can I get any better than this? No, I can't. Because this is all spirit-led, spirit-guided, and I trust my cards and my guides. Okay? There were a lot of red flags that you didn't pay attention to. Okay? There were a lot of things you avoided, that you missed, you avoided, or you ignored. Okay? And that's okay. We do it. We do it. I just want you just to take a deep breath real quick. And let's consider maybe forgiving ourselves for missing those red flags, for avoiding them, or for ignoring them. Take another deep breath. The worst is over. The worst is behind you. You're in recovery mode now. Let's forgive ourselves for even having to get to this point, for being at this point. And let's love ourselves for getting through it, for being at this point. And let's forgive the other person because maybe they're sitting in the same energy. Maybe you just couldn't get along. Maybe you just couldn't work well together. Maybe there just wasn't meant to be as far as like the bonding. Maybe you just couldn't communicate. Couldn't work well together. That happens sometimes, no matter how much you love somebody. But sometimes, no matter how much you love somebody or how long you've been with them, people just move on. They desire different things. Right now, you may be in the process of trying to wrap your head around all that. But you're in this emotional funk, and I think that it's the forgiveness It's the final piece. And we got forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments, because you open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, which is love. Give love to the situation. Even if you're not talking to the person, give love to the situation. I did love this person. I was with this person for XYZ amount of time. I did love our children. I loved their children. I loved our conversation. I loved being with a partner. I had a partner. There were some issues. We couldn't get along in many ways. And that's okay. I forgive myself and them for whatever didn't work in the way I wanted it to. Because sometimes we can want and desire something and the other person does not. And that keeps us stuck or keeps us holding on. And it keeps us in this energy of feeling regret and remorse and feeling like you didn't do enough and you couldn't do enough. And it just keeps you in this nasty cycle of an emotional funk, a really heavy emotional nasty funk. And that's okay. Forgiveness, patience with yourself while you're healing. Your love life begins or benefits as you forgive your parents. I think this has a lot to do with anybody that was in this situation. You understand? Because it's all about forgiveness and healing here. You may or may not be with this person anymore. For most of you, you're not, but you are still in the energy as if it just happened. Some of you may have been very fresh, and you may be right now ending that relationship, or very soon. You're already gearing up for the ending. Just remember this reading. It's about the forgiveness, not only for yourself in the situation, but try your best to choose the path of love in some way. Excuse me. Well, this is true. In some way, try your best to internally, out loud to the universe, whatever, forgive the other person. Maybe they didn't realize that they were doing the things they were doing. Maybe they wanted something completely different and you tried to hold it together for way too long. Whatever. Try and see it from a higher perspective, from a place of love rather than a place of hate and resentment and bitterness, because that is going to continue to flow in your life as you stay stuck in that energy. And I don't want that for you. I don't want it for you. So moving forward, it's safe for you to love, but the love has to happen within yourself and the forgiveness first. So who I'm talking to, you dealt with something pretty heavy, pretty traumatic, pretty tragic. A lot of struggles. And you're already telling me it's over. I don't want to deal with this energy anymore. It's all about forgiveness. Okay? That's what's going to release you, release your anchors, and I believe help you move forward. Let's see. What's holding you back here? What's holding your anchor down from moving forward? That's holding you down. That's holding you back. Okay? Regaining your confidence is very important, okay? To get you back on a new path where you're wanting new things, where you're feeling confident again, feeling like experiencing life again, and, making new friends, making new relationships, whatever it may be, is what's holding you back, what's anchoring you down. The universe said, I'm going to tell you again, you need to release the heartache and the pain. And you need to release the feelings of rejection. How do we do that? We forgive ourselves for going through it. And we forgive the other person because they wanted and desired something different than you did. Okay? That's all a part of manifesting. We each get to live our lives the way that we want to. And somewhere deep inside you wanted something in a relationship that maybe this other person didn't want. That's what's called redirection. So there was major redirection here. And I think that a lot of times we don't see things from a higher perspective. We try and stay stuck and we try and hold on. That's okay. Sometimes you can fix things in a relationship and you can manifest better or improvements in a relationship, but the other person has to be willing to do that. You were dealing with somebody that there was resistance. They didn't want to be there anymore, or they didn't want the same things you did in a relationship. Okay? It's coming to terms with that and seeing it from a more mature, higher perspective and saying, okay, there was redirection here because I do want something different in a relationship, and I definitely didn't want to experience that kind of stuff. So there was resistance the whole time. You were fighting against each other because one of you wanted to stay, one of you wanted to go. Or there was a lot of conflict and arguments because you couldn't communicate properly. You didn't know how to communicate properly, or you didn't know how to communicate your needs properly. Whatever. There was a redirection here. That's okay. Trying to move past this. This is what's got to happen. You got to release that heartbreak and heartache and those feelings of being rejected. Okay. Forgiveness for you and the situation and the other person. That's what's going to allow you to move forward. Okay. Some of you have some trust issues to work on too. So that's what I got. Them's the words, them's the messages. I love you all. Until next time, like, share, subscribe, leave me awesome comments. And I hope to see you on my other channels real soon. The links are in the description. If you would like private reading with me, coaching session, links are in the description. Book with Feather. Until next time, namaste.